Jacob Schick is the CEO of the One Tribe Foundation, which is a nonprofit committed to preventing suicide and educating on suicide in first responders, frontline workers, and their families. Jake is a third-generation combat Marine who, after a tank blew up below him, suffered traumatic brain injuries. Physically, his body was rife with bone loss, burns, and compound fractures. One of his legs was amputated below the knee. In today's Second Shot Sit Down, he explains what happened in 2004 and how he's really taken a second shot at life.
I never lost consciousness and I never went into shock. And we were on a react mission, and the Humvee hit a triple stack tank mine. It was 3 155 millimeter mortar rounds stacked. It was pressure plate ignited. And so as soon as the tire hit that plate, front left tire hit that plate, plate went down, lights the fuse, bomb goes off. We operated in two two-door soft top Humvees. That's all we had, and in 04. And it blew up directly beneath me, blew me 30 feet to the top of the Humvee, and I sucked the landing with my head because I'm a Marine and we believe in good form.
Physical injuries aside, Jake started really looking at his traumatic brain injury and how he would continue to excel at life moving forward.
And it was very hard to accept in the beginning. It was an extremely difficult process to be able to accept, okay, if something happened with my brain, because it was new to me. You know, I grew up playing football, and the concussion protocol was much different than it is now. And I know that I had them, and there's probably several that went undiagnosed, but it was something that I had to patiently work through, especially with post-traumatic stress. It's something that is it's an ongoing process, and it's a process that is okay. It's okay to not be okay, and that's something that we have to let the world know, is that post-traumatic stress is nothing more than a normal reaction to an otherwise abnormal situation. And so there's technically nothing wrong with you. You're normal. It's okay. And that's the part that I really struggled with, was accepting that, you know, it didn't make me different. It didn't make me an outcast. It didn't make me weak. It didn't make me all the things that these societal labels put on it. And so that was the part that was really the toughest part, was the acceptance of it, and then understanding, okay, there's ways to make myself better, and there's ways to, there's things I can do and I can practice to make myself healthier mentally and emotionally. And so that's what I ended up doing, and to this day I have to do. It's an ongoing process, just like everybody. You don't have to be really wounded in war to do it. Everybody should do it.
Yeah, I want to hear about that, because your story is one that we talk about because it is unique in that thing that happened to you that day. But the journey you've been on is so relatable. So what is your daily practice? How do you kind of, you know, stay focused, keep your mind right now, stay, you know, positive if that's something that you do?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, attitude of gratitude is extremely important. My fiance reminds me of it regularly, thankfully. And it's something that we all have to practice. It's being grateful. I mean, there's scientific proof. It's showing that if you practice gratitude on a daily basis, you're by default going to be a happier person. Other things that I do, you have to practice meditation, you have to practice your breathing, you have to be slow to react. That's another thing I tell the employees of One Tribe Foundation is, you know, reacting and making a decision based on limited information usually does not end well. You need to breathe, be strategic, and think through things. And I think that we allow too much noise in our daily lives to come in and affect us. And that's why I tell people all the time is we have to remember that our control stops outside of our own skin. Whether you like it or not, that's where it stops. But we're masters of making ourselves believe we have a lot more control than we actually do.
So there is an upcoming fundraiser hosted by Major League Baseball player and former Ranger Derek Holland's charity. It's the 60 Feet 6 Foundation. It's going to benefit Jake's One Tribe Foundation. So Chase Rice is performing. It's going to be November 11th at the Pavilion at Toyota Music Factory. You can visit 60feet6.org for information. And then for more on what Jacob's doing. It's onetribefoundation.org, so the number 1 tribefoundation.org. And then I wanted to remind you as well that this is part of a full sit-down 30-minute in-depth interview with him. So this is kind of a web extra for you. If you go to secondshotpodcast.com or cw33.com/secondshot, the whole thing will be linked up. And man, he just has such a story to tell. I've interviewed him a couple times over the years, and he's even still just continuing to improve upon his impact on the world, which is incredible.
And so much of what he said is applicable to so many people in our everyday lives, cutting out the noise, knowing we're not in control of everything. I mean, think about how that strategy can work to improve your life across the board, right? Whether you're dealing with a challenge, an actual tangible challenge or not.